So this here is Adobe Lightroom, and this is a shoot that I did with a band called Parlor Sons. So I've imported the photos into a catalog? I believe it. I believe it's called a catalog. So now what I'm doing is I'm looking through all these ones because I want to get the best ones in order to send them over. So obviously I'm going to be working from this side and going through in order because that just makes more sense to be honest. So yeah, I like this one. I like this one a lot. And to be honest, because it's raw, obviously it sort of changes the color a little bit there. Is this raw or is this JPEG? Let me check. This has got to be raw. Yeah. But yeah, so I kind of want it, like, I really like how it looked in that like preview just then, but then it just went a bit darker. So I kind of want to go back and try and make it a bit brighter, but like I think I'm gonna have to up the shadows a bit, perhaps, and up the whites and make the blacks a bit more sort of brighter. But I really like this vibrance, so I will sort that out in a bit. But let's just have a little play with this first. Usually I do this in order usually. It's just sort of easier that way, right? I don't want to fiddle with it too much because I do really like how it looks, and if you fiddle with it too much, it can end up sort of breaking the photo, and you sort of get too far away from the original thing. I don't want them to look too green, but a bit green's good. Green is good. Trying to, yeah, no, it's got to be in color. Like, look at that, that's fantastic. All the different colors. It's got to be a bit like, right. Highlight will take a bit of a glow. Kind of want a bit of a glow. Shadow. Now you see, because I really don't want it to be that dark, to be honest, because I really like sort of how it looked. So perhaps around. Oh, to be fair, I kind of rated that. Like this. A lot of this is personal preference, of course. Like, you might hate how this looks, but I think it looks alright. A tiny bit of texture. In color, I don't usually like texture and clarity, but I usually just add just a tiny little bit just to give it that like edge. Especially when he's a little out of focus, it just sort of sharpens him up a bit. Because I don't actually notice in the sharpening here, I don't actually notice it do that much, to be honest. If anything, I think that texture and clarity sort of, personally in my opinion, it sort of just sort of works a bit more. Vibrance. Now I kind of do want it to be quite vibrant, but not too, because it's already quite vibrant, so I don't want it to be too much, and up the saturation just a small amount. I don't want it to be too bright, too, like, woof. Like, nah. Probably about, if that, man. If that, probably like 5. And then 11, maybe? 19? 9. We'll do it on 9. That looks quite, it's colourful, but, we will add some sharpening just because I want to see it. You know what? I want to actually have a look, see if it actually. I suppose there is a little bit. It's not that great. It doesn't, in my opinion, do too much. But noise reduction. I kind of like noise, to be honest. I feel like it just makes it look smooth and weird, and plus it takes out, obviously if it's on 100, it really gives it like this really like cartoonish look that I'm not a fan of. So if anything, I want more noise. I quite like the gravelly effect, like in photo and video for that matter. I just think it looks nice. Sort of I purposely try and get my photos quite grainy sometimes. I do like a vignette, but I don't know if it will work on this photo. Perhaps a little bit, a tiny little bit, just a small amount, just. I think that's too much. That's way too much. Probably about just a little bit. Just a little bit, not too much, not too much. Oh, that there. That is perfect. Alright, get a little bit more grain. I think isn't that in the vignette? I believe that is. But, you know, you can't really notice that, to be honest. Alright, I'm not going to mess with any of the colours because I really like how that looks. So I'm going to export that. And number. I am, this thing confuses me a little, I will say. I know that it seems to be that you can set this so it will sort of count up in your numbers, and then you can just sort of save it and then save another one and then it will count up. But to be honest, I can't really be asked to like do that. I just sort of up the numerical value, then I can rename it later. Honestly, it's not like too big of an issue. It's not like a big deal, you know.